Tia Fuller is a woman on fire in the jazz world right now. Alto, soprano, saxophonist, composer, educator, living her dreams out. Fuller continues to be interviewed by countless people invested in her music and life. Tia has surpassed any stereotype as a female saxophone player performing with phenomenal musicians in jazz. Fuller reveals and acknowledges that women can be very successful in jazz. Since we live in a male-dominated world, jazz has become no different than any other profession. So it is no surprise when Miss G realizes there are such few people who know as many female renowned saxophonists making a difference in jazz today. Is it common to see female saxophone players performing on big stages? When it comes to Tia Fuller's music and story, Miss G believes Miss Fuller is the perfect jazz musician to spotlight on her channel. With the help of a very close friend, Miss G is eager to invite her dear friend, Lilly, for a conversation about her jazz influence, Tia Fuller. They discuss Miss Fuller's life and accomplishments and also address issues in equality and empowerment in their conversation. Miss G simply wants her viewers to be aware of great female musicians of color, because in the face of a world pandemic, musicians today are not fully able to thrive and perform the way they used to. So this New York YouTuber, Miss G, is back to represent. So make no mistake, she is coming with more excitement to empower women everywhere. Just sit back and relax as Miss G kicks off her video with some jazz and conversation.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Miss G in History. I guess it's November now, so we're definitely going to have snow and the weather's going to get cold. I want to thank my viewers so much for suggesting that I do topics on female jazz artists. And I also want to thank them for suggesting that I do a piece on Tia Fuller. I hope you find my topics helpful and educational during these pandemic times. I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying the jazz music. Maybe it's the Grammys or something, but I'm really, really enjoying today's music. So I was thinking, I really do like, I also like the 1920s music as well. So I definitely want to do a piece on that as well. But today we're going to be doing a piece on Tia Fuller. And I do have a friend joining me in the conversation about jazz. So this is going to be so much fun, everyone. But before we start, let's listen to this. That was really nice, Star. So I understand you just played Save Your Love for Me. What was your process like playing that?
Sure, yes. So, Save Your Love for Me is from Diamond Cut album, and I love the entire album. It has Jack DeJohnette on there and Terry Lynn Carrington. Love them both. And some other artists as well. And I just love the fact that, the whole album makes me think of my Boston experience, being out in the downtown area and the South End, going out to Wally's Jazz Club, the Beehive, just those amazing places to go and listen to jazz. So I love the entire album, but Save Your Love for Me is one that made me think about how much I like to play slower. I like to take my time. So I was really glad to be able to do that song. So thank you.
Are you more interested in contemporary jazz or maybe the 1920s or 1960s?
Contemporary jazz for sure. Now, there's nothing wrong with the old jazz. Like the 20s is awesome, but when you get into the 60s, things shift. And the same thing, we're now in this era, and jazz feels more like more people are contributing to the changes that we're seeing right now, like just making it more diverse. So for me, I love the contemporary because I think even with Tia Fuller, she's more like a post-bop artist. And that's actually kind of reflective of the 50s and 60s, I think. So with that being said, we can always learn from the past. So I definitely appreciate contemporary.
My thoughts exactly.
So yes, you do know great jazz when you hear it, right? And it's wonderful because she's a Black female saxophonist of today, truly feeding the fire, like Alicia Keys would say.
So yes, I'm going to be telling you a little bit about Tia Fuller right now. I did some research and I got my information from Wikipedia and TiaFuller.com. Tia Fuller was born March 27, 1976 in Aurora, Colorado. She was born to jazz musicians. Her father, Fred, plays the bass and her mother sings. Her sister, Shani, is also a jazz musician and educator. She grew up listening to her parents rehearse in the basement of their home, as well as their music. Fuller began playing saxophone in high school, after which she continued her musical education at Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. While there, she performed with Ray Charles and in Atlanta jazz clubs. In 1998, she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in music and later went to complete her master's degree in jazz from the University of Colorado at Boulder. She has performed regularly with a number of jazz artists, including Esperanza Spalding and Terry Lynn Carrington, just to name a few. She also performed and was a member of all-female band touring with Beyonce, 2006. That is awesome.
The term in its fullness, diamond cut, it's not about the shape of a diamond, but it's about the symmetry and the balance. And so that's something that I've really taken the time to explore in writing this album, and also choosing the individuals that are a part of this project, is that they create balance, they create brilliance, and just magnificence, and being unapologetic about what I have to offer, just really taking full ownership of my being and not trying to prove anything. Here's 3 before A's. 1, 2, 3, 4. music has evolved within the past 5 years of really being a manifestation of my journey. There's an element of simplicity, there's an element also of intensity, silent intensity that I've just now tapped into and explored on this album that I did not in my prior albums. And I believe that that is a major point of evolution for myself as a woman and as a musician at this point in my life. I've known that my purpose has been to be a light for others. Diamonds, essentially, they don't shine, but they reflect. And we're reflecting light, we're giving light, and it's a constant process, it's a cyclic process that is truly beautiful. So in essence, Diamond Cut is about giving and sharing light.
So, she also is a professor, or rather she teaches at Berklee College. Didn't you audition for Berklee?
Yes, I did an audition for Berklee last week, actually. And it was very nerve-wracking, my goodness. To audition in front of a camera like this is quite scary. But I was prepared, I did my best, and so I'm still waiting on the results. It'll be a few more days, so I will let you know. So I want to say that, yes, Tia Fuller and Terry Lynn Carrington both have come to Berklee to teach. And I think that is so amazing. They are two amazing powerhouse women doing some incredible things there. And I am just truly amazed by them.
My name is Tia Fuller, and I love J-Ross TV.
What's up, y'all? Hanging out with Miguel Tia in St. Louis, y'all. She just got through putting it down at Jazz at the Bistro. But man, Tia got so much going on with her new album, her Grammy. Let her tell you about it. Talk about it, G.
Yeah, so I recently have been nominated for a Grammy in Best Jazz Instrumental Album, and I find it really a blessing. It's really crazy because the research that I did, I realized that there's really only been two women who have been nominated in this category as leaders, and then the other two women, well, the first woman to be nominated and win is Terry Lynn Carrington, who happens to be the producer of my album. So it's just really a blessing. It's a dream come true, and really I feel like I've already won just because the nomination, just to be considered amongst Wayne Shorter, oh my God, Joshua Redman. These are all people that I grew up and I listened to, and they're diamonds in my world, and the legends.
Yeah.
Brad Meldau, Fred Hirsch, and yeah, all of them are, it's amazing to me and an honor to be in a category with them.
Yeah, AT, so when that nomination came through, did you run around the house screaming?
Oh man, you know what I started doing? I got the text message from my publicist that morning, and I just immediately started crying.
Yeah.
And then I called Terry, and I was crying so much that she thought somebody had died. She couldn't understand. It was like, she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I was like, we did it. We got the nomination. And so then we were both praising, and yeah, and it was just a day of like an influx of text messages, congratulations, emails, calls.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, I've been on a high ever since.
Well, talk about your new album and where the impetus came from, where all the creativity bubble out of you at.
Yeah, well, specifically Diamond Cut came out of a time of transition.
Yeah.
I had started, I mean, it's been 6 years since my last album.
Right.
So I had started teaching at Berklee College of Music in 2013, and then I was playing a lot, and then, you know, going through family struggles with my parents' health, and I don't live close to them, so I was flying back and forth to Colorado from Boston.
Yeah, man.
To help them. And so I was sitting in the basement just really trying to be clear and right, and this term diamond kept coming to me, and I was trying to shake it because I was thinking diamond, that's just such a, you know, it's a girly term. I wanted it to have meaning. But then I looked in the dictionary and I saw the meaning of a diamond and the process of becoming a diamond.
Right.
And it directly correlated with my process that I was going through. And there are three things. The first thing that I realized upon reading the definition is that a diamond knows that it's a diamond upon inception and being embedded in the earth. And although a diamond doesn't look like a diamond, it looks like a piece of coal, but it knows that it's a diamond. And then the second thing is that upon rising to the top of the surface, Earth's surface, a diamond has to endure an extreme amount of pressure and temperature to rise. And that's what I was going through. And so one of the impetus of the album, or the tunes of the album, is in the trenches. Yeah. And I was literally like in the trenches, really trying to rise emotionally. And then the third, the term diamond cut in its entirety pertains to not size or shape, but the balance between as to how the light is reflected throughout the diamond, because that's where the brilliance lies. And the more that I thought about that whole process, it's like upon inception, my purpose has been to provide light for others, and I've had to endure an extreme amount of pressure and temperature. Now that I've not necessarily reached the top, but I've reached some goal points, and now it's my obligation to give that light back to others through teaching at Berklee College of Music and in playing. But then it's a cyclic effect of going back underneath the ground and, you know, going back to your core, reevaluating, and then going through pressure and temperature and rising. So it's a cycle of love and light that I'm realizing, and that's where Diamond Cut comes from.
That's nice. Hey, last question. I know you got to bounce.
Okay.
Now, how do you go from being Beyonce's first sax player in her all-girl band to world-class jazz musician? Ain't that like that's a big swap, ain't it? From funk to jazz?
So jazz has always been my foundation. Right. And prior to even playing with Beyonce, I was playing jazz. That's my core.
Yes, sir.
And so it wasn't like I never departed from jazz. It was playing with Beyonce was a great opportunity and stepping stone where I was able to move more fervently into like expanding my options and my experience being with her in the pop world. But I never left, and then when I stopped playing with her, I came back. But I was always like, even when we were doing tours and stuff, I remember we were in London, and I would always be booking gigs for the band outside of our tour because I didn't want to lose playing, the essence of playing and sharing, and just the spontaneity, you know. And so it served as a vehicle for not only the musicians but also the dancers and the crew to come out, and we would all kind of hang. But it's always been a part of my nature to kind of be on the forefront of creating opportunities for not only myself but others. And I did that in that Beyonce ensemble.
All right, y'all, this is your boy Jay Ross. We hanging out in St. Louis with world-renowned jazz saxophonist Miss Tia Fuller, up for the Grammy. We gonna wish her luck, y'all, and we gonna let her bounce. Y'all, this is your boy Jay Ross. We 10 million strong, and we gone. Peace.
So if you ever want to find information about Miss Tia Fuller, you can check out her website at tiafuller.com, or you can go to her Facebook page. Definitely check out her Facebook page. I know that she's done a virtual concert last month, and I'm sure she'll have some more coming up in the near future. So definitely press that like button on that Facebook page. I know I have. I'm sure she's on Twitter as well. So that's how you can find information about the lovely and talented Tia Fuller.
Yes, Miss Fuller is a Grammy-nominated jazz soprano saxophonist doing amazing things in the community. I am truly encouraged by her. So as far as Miss Tia Fuller, I just have to say that I hope she becomes a household name around the world because she is that amazing. Her music just touches my heart. So Miss Tia Fuller is where it's at, y'all.
Well, I hope you found this very fun, and thank you so much for tuning in to my video. I want to give a very special thanks to Tia Fuller for letting me spotlight her website through my channel. And also James Ross for giving me permission to use a Tia Fuller interview. Thank you both very, very, very much. Tune in next time or in the near future for more jazz artists. That's right, and some surprises too. So don't forget to subscribe to my page and share, and of course, like. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful night. Miss G in history. Bye, Dar.
Bye.